Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is my quantitative analysis on Jessica Jones Season 2 Episode 1. You know, when it comes to representation in Hollywood, I, for one, prefer quality over quantity. But this is a class project, I ain't got no choice. And just in case you're wondering, oh Fong, you already have a review for Jessica Jones Season 2. Yeah, but the last one got like 2 views, so like it or not, I'm doing another one. Jessica Jones is Marvel and Netflix's second collaboration after Daredevil, and it tells the story of a private investigator who lives in New York. She is trying to sort of balance her private life and her superhero life, and she also suffered from a horrific traumatic experience, which I won't get too much into just in case you guys haven't seen the show. Season 2 of Jessica Jones picks up, I want to say, a couple of months after the event of Defenders, and in the first episode you could kind of see Jessica Jones trying to go back to her normal life, trying to go back to being a private investigator, but then things start to happen. You know, some of the clients, they might have review some stuff, and she looked into it. She didn't really want to, but like, you know, her best friend Tris Walker kind of pressure Jessica to look into a case. Jessica Jones might have seen something that she shouldn't have. But my task is not to look at the whole season. I'm just gonna go ahead and look at this one episode, this first episode, and basically figure out which characters and which creators is a straight white man and which one isn't. For characters, I decided to look at 5, and they are Jessica Jones, Tris Walker, Malcolm Ducasse, Oscar Arocho, and Jerry Hogarth. Now, if you're someone who's been asking for more representation, for more diversity on the big and the small screen, boy oh boy do I have good news for you. None of these 5 characters is a straight white man. Some of them are straight, some of them are white, some of them are men. But none of them is all 3. Now, if you really break them down to categories, you can see that when it comes to race, it's still a pretty very white oriented shows, but I'm actually really impressed that of all the 5 main characters of this season, 3 of them are women. Now, looking at sexual identity could be a bit tricky because you're only supposed to look at 1 episode, and in this 1 episode, 4 of them, 4 out of 5 are straight. Only one, Jerry Hogarth, is a lesbian. So as you can see in front of the camera, even though this is not a perfect solution to the problem, but it is definitely a huge step toward the right direction. But sadly, the same thing could not be said behind the camera. Now, for creators, I look at 10 in total. Now, despite it being known as a show that has inspired and empowered a lot of women, and as I mentioned earlier, this show has really good representation on screen, but a lot of the decision making off screen was made by white men. Now, out of the 10 creators, only 4 of them fall into some sort of minority categories, and they are the director of the episode, Anna Forster, writers and executive producer Melissa Rosenberg, executive producer Rael Tucker, and executive producer Kareem Ziri. And sexual identity could be a problem again, because I look up some of these people are trying to, you know, do my research. I did a whole lot of assuming, because a lot of them are married, so I just assume they are straight, but they could be bi, you know what I mean? So it is a problem, and you know, there are actually 3 of them I identify as unknown because I couldn't find any information. But for a show like Jessica Jones, it is a bit disappointing that out of the 10 creators that I pick, only 20% are people of colors and 30% are women. Now, I know this show has been getting a lot of praise for having visibility of certain minority groups and having really overall really good representation, but when you really look into it, look into the people who made the show, people behind the scene, the producers, the writers, you would be surprised that most of them are actually white men. Now, I'm not saying that these people are bad at their job, because they're not. Some of these people are actually really well known, like my man Stan Lee, and they made a really good show. They made a great show, but I feel like with, you know, everything that's been going on, and the fact that we are in 2018, the year that we got Black Panther on the big screen, and not too long ago we got Wonder Woman on the big screen. And I do believe that this is the time where we turn to creators of colors and female creators to really tell the story. But to be honest, I think Jessica Jones is not a bad start. It is again a big step toward the right direction, and I feel like whoever is making these shows, they are doing their best to be more inclusive. Hell, they went out of their way to exclude all the male directors. Now that's pretty goddamn extreme, I tell you that. And even though this show is pretty much run by a white man, and you know, a lot of the people went into making the show are mostly white men, I believe they're doing something right. I believe they are trying their best to be inclusive, and you know, Jessica Jones is definitely one of the answers to the diversity, the inequality, and the lack of visibility problem in Hollywood. And for that, I really recommend this show. Hey guys, thank you for checking out the video. And if you are a student from the journalism class that I'm making this video for, definitely if you see me around campus, do say hi, say what's up to me, and you know, we could chat about our projects and whatnot. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to me if you want to see more videos like this. And with that being said, I'll see you soon.